It's live. Okay, that's it. We're in. We're all the way in. There's no turning back now. We're here. We're live. It took so long to get ready tonight and to get everything ready. But now I'm really ready for a beverage. And tonight I'm going to be making something with tequila because that's what we have. The Blanco and the Añejo. So I have a tequila recipe for you, and it shows me who's watching, and I'm like, thanks guys, I know it's late. Perfect time to make a cocktail. I was gonna do this at 4 for foursies. Let's just pretend it's 4 for foursies. So what we're making tonight is a Yvette Especial. She gave me this recipe today, and it will have cucumber, grapefruit, kaffir lime leaves, and the Blanco tequila. So I'm gonna juice this, but if you don't have a juicer, hi everybody, what's happening here? Oh, Sophie's watching. Okay, great, it's time to make a cocktail. If you don't have a juicer, you could chop up the grapefruit really fine. You could chop up the cucumber, and you could muddle it, or you could pound it, anything in your little mixer. If you didn't have that, you could use a pitcher and, you know, smash it all together. So I'm gonna juice it though. And this recipe, this recipe calls for a ½ ounce of grapefruit juice and an ounce, actually I don't even know what the recipe calls for because I'm not looking at it right now. I'm going to tell you in a minute. Let me juice this though first. How's everybody doing out there on day, what day are we on? Are we on 2 weeks of quarantine times? I think we're on 2 weeks, but it feels like 4 months. I mean, every day Groundhog Day it seems like, and I don't know about you guys, but I am making a lot of food. We're just getting fat over here and doing a lot of drinking at home. I try to remind myself to have a detox day before we jump in. And hi Kenzo. Ken's watching, yes. And are you taking a break in between drinking days or no? Okay, so we got the grapefruit juice. And I know I'm supposed to be all about health, and I am all about health. But in these trying times, there is room for some good cocktails. So there's our grapefruit juice and the cucumber. I don't have very much cucumber. I only had 2 cucumbers today. So we're doing what we can with the cucumbers. And I probably should save one for garnish. Let's do the garnish. Forget about the garnish. So as we're drinking today, I am making a gluten-free, dairy-free banana bread with walnuts and chocolate chips because I just received a lovely loaf of banana bread from a neighbor down the street. And I'm going to return the favor. And their banana bread was okay. So I'm going to let them know what a really good loaf of banana bread tastes like. And Mary Collins watching. Hi. Hi, Mary Collins. Long time no see. Okay, so we got the cucumber juice. It's not very much a cucumber juice. And I was told that orange flower blossom water would be really delicious in this if you could put an order in for orange blossom flower water. But if not, I happen to have a kaffir lime tree, and these are kaffir lime leaves, and we're going to muddle those in to make this a fancy, fancy drink. But whatever you have, put it in. And I hope not either. All right, so the recipe is 1/2 ounce cucumber juice. Well, we're gonna triple this recipe. We're gonna do it all. And I think that for 1 ounce, I'm just gonna use a shot glass. So 1/2 ounce of cucumber juice, I'm gonna do 4 times this recipe. So 2 ounces cucumber juice. 2 ounces cucumber juice for the Yvette Especial. And 1 ounce grapefruit juice. We're going to do times 4. So 4 ounces. Oh my God, the banana bread recipe is going to get really fun after I drink this, I think. I hope. I don't know. I was trying to think of songs to sing for today. So if there's anything that you guys would like to hear, please send me a request because I am stuck on that. And so we have that, and then 2 ounces of tequila times 4. And I've never had cucumber and grapefruit. Okay, good. Well, try it now. And if you don't, you know, you could just do a shot. 2 ounces tequila times 4, which is 8 ounces tequila. My God, I can still do math. And, you know, 2, 3, 4. Who's coming over? That's right, nobody. 5, 6, 7, 8. This is gonna be a strong one. Wow, we really have gone through the bottle here. Yeah, I'm missing having friends over. That's my favorite thing, is to make food and have friends over. And so it's really great to see who's watching. And Stephanie's watching. Oh, Stephanie, kisses to you out there on the front lines. You're so brave and amazing. And I hope you're staying safe. And I know you're doing the best you can to stay safe. So I have this fancy ice container here from our friend Jelko. I finally get to use it. Isn't this sexy? I'm so excited about this ice container. And we're going to muddle the kaffir lime leaves as instructed today by my dear friend Yvette. And I wish I had a bigger mixer. At this point, I just want to drink the drink, you know. But let's get in there and break the leaves up a little bit. We are muddling, okay? It's not really looking like it's doing much. I'm smashing the leaves. And then we are going to add an ice cube, I suppose, right? That would be smart. And our beverage, which I'm going to use an offset spatula to stir it, a rubber spatula. Oh, it's good. It's strong. It's good. Wow. And then pour it in here. Should I put more ice in this? Is that what we use this for? I'm usually not a cocktail maker, just a cocktail drinker. All right. And then we are shaking it up. Well, shake it up, baby, now. Hi, Grayson. You want to get in the shot? Okay, no. He says no. Hell no. And, okay, Bob. I don't know, Bob. All right. Oh, if only I could crack this thing. Maybe my magical assistant can crack it open. Help me out, magical assistant, please. All right, there you go with the sexy ice and the muddling and all of this goodness. This is the tequila that you want to just do shots of. This is my favorite. But for this beverage, we're using the Blanco. So again, just so you know, the recipe for one single cocktail is 1/2 ounce of cucumber juice, 1 ounce of grapefruit juice, 2 ounces of tequila, and, oh, I forgot about a little honey. We could put a little sweetener in there. Because everything's better with a little bit of sweetener, isn't it? Just a little tiny bit. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, magical assistant. I'm going to have to go back to shaking this. I'm going to shake it. I can't give you anything but love, baby. That's the only thing I've plenty of, baby. Okay, I can't get it. I can't get it. Nope. Back to you, magical assistant. All right. 2 glasses. And then we will start this banana bread recipe. So who out there cares about gluten-free? Twist and shout. Okay. Who cares about having gluten-free, dairy-free? At this time in our lives when we're trying to think about being healthy, I am really feeling like it's my calling to share all my healthy recipes. And but before we do something healthy, let's have the beverage. So I'm all about detox to retox. I mean, you gotta live a little bit, right? What is up with this shaker? I've actually never used this before. I think I bought this years ago when I lived in New York, and it came with a little cocktail mixer book and set from the Algonquin Hotel. This looks pretty fancy, doesn't it? I'm into it. And let's just like put a leaf in it so it looks even more fancy. I don't know. All right, magical assistant, for you. You're working hard over here. And those of you who are out there making this, gluten-free me, por favor, absolutely can. Do you have a beer in hand? What kind of beer are you drinking right now? We can't see it. This is it. This is a beverage. This is my Yvette Especial. I'm going to put an ice cube in it so it looks even sexier. There we go. And cheers to all of you out there who are braving the storm and who have had many unfortunate things happen, and like those of us who have lost our job and who are trying to figure out what's next, and just trying to stay positive into the unknown future here on week 2 of quarantine times. Cheers. Yum. Yum. Whoa. My beer is not gluten-free, unfortunately. And cheers to you, magical assistant. All right. Well, now that we got through our foursies at 9 o'clock, let's get down to the recipe at hand. I'm going to move the booze out of the shot. We may be getting back to that later because, you know, being stuck at home with your kids 24/7 is wonderful. It is absolutely wonderful. Don't you think so? All right, so this recipe is pretty simple. It is your basic gluten-free, dairy-free banana bread, but we're going to add some chocolate chips and walnuts, and it begins with la banana. And we are going to start smashing it up. And I think I'm going to knock on your door soon. Please do. Please do. Knock on the door and come get some banana bread tomorrow. I know that I'll have at least one loaf because we're going to give some to the neighbor down the street. There's amazing things happening on our block. There's social distancing dance parties in the driveway at the end of the street that we were invited to, which I thought was really sweet and creative. And I'm just being amazed at how lovely and community people are. We're all, it feels, I mean, we're together, we're apart, but we're together, you know. I'm going to do a social distancing walk tomorrow with some friends. Where we walk far apart and wave at each other, just because I miss all your faces. And I want to be your neighbor. I want you to be my neighbor too. Hey neighbor. As soon as it starts getting warm and sunny, then we can do some social distancing in my backyard. I'm so looking forward to having play dates with everyone again soon. And in the meantime, while we're just sitting here eating like crazy and getting fat and trying not to drink every day, you know, and looking on the bright side of life. I'm thinking of the song, "Smile though your heart is breaking, smile even though it's aching, although a tear may be ever so near, it's a time you must keep on trying. Oh, what's the use in crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile." I think those are the right words. Inspirational songs. I was trying to come up with some beforehand. I was like, oh, my songs are all broken-hearted love songs. What else can we sing about today? I want to be your neighbor. All right, so this is 3 bananas. 3 bananas. Stick to the recipe. Stick to the recipe. 3 bananas, 3 eggs, which, do we have any eggs? Oh my gosh, I forgot the eggs. You know what, eggs are one of those things right now that are hard to come by, similar to toilet paper, and I wish we had, well, I don't really wish we had the chickens again, but if we had the chickens, now would be a good time to have the chickens. And yeah, then we can start a farm stand out there for the eggs. But I do happen to have a couple of eggs left. And so it is 3 bananas, 3 eggs. And then I'm going to change this recipe up just a little bit to add some arrowroot flour in with the almond flour. Isn't that crazy? So crazy. Crazy, crazy for feeling so lonely, and I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. Magical assistant, can you please put this in the trash for me? I know I'm just having a non-stop radio in my head. But send me a song. I'm down. I'm down for just about anything. And I know, Serby, that you want Depeche Mode. So I'm working on, I'll hit you with the Depeche Mode. Yes, I know, because the kids are quarantined to movie time in the other room. While Mommy is trying to make a YouTube show. And, all right, so then this recipe, I'm not putting any sweetener in. You said yes to the Depeche Mode. You just wait. I'm going to hit you with that. This recipe, I'm going to use either maple syrup or honey as a sweetener because these bananas are really sweet. If your bananas are starting to go brown, that's a perfect time to make banana bread and not to throw them in the freezer for the smoothie that you might make like a year from now with that banana. This calls for 1/2 cup maple syrup or honey. I'm a big fan of maple syrup. No, 1/4 cup maple syrup or honey. What do you think? Maple syrup or honey? Maple syrup or honey? What? I got 1/4 cup. What are you feeling? Anybody? Well, we're getting low on the honey, so maybe we'll do the maple syrup. I usually use coconut sugar for everything, but for this recipe, it calls for the wet. And because there's so little sweetener in here, again, healthy, healthy. Let's get healthy. Ken, honey, oh, Serby, syrup, oh no, well, it is a little bit of extra. Because, why not? I'm speaking of extra, let me hit this again. Yes, we are all redefining ourselves and thinking about what really matters and what we really want to do with our life now that the world is upside down. I think this time of global reflection is super powerful. I am so, I want to say excited, but intrigued as to what happens when we come out of this. And I'm sure it's going to be beautiful. I really believe in humanity, and I believe that this is going to bring us together. So, speaking of together, that has the honey, and then our next ingredient is coconut oil. Extra virgin, raw coconut oil. And this is 1/4 cup with a little sprig of banana in there that I threw in there on the fly. I was like, oops. Okay, so 1/4 cup of coconut oil, 1/4 cup of sweetener, maple syrup or honey. We did both. And 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. Are you following this here? Should I write this on the screen? This is a freaking delicious recipe. I am amazed when I made it last week. And it says a little teaspoon, but I'm like, ooh, a little extra. I'm all about a little extra. So I kind of changed this recipe up a little bit. I hate to say it in the third person, but I Heatherized this recipe. Instead of it being 3 cups of almond flour, I did, is it 3 cups? Yes. 2.5 cups almond flour, not almond meal, and 1/2 cup of arrowroot, which is in recipes with almond flour, using arrowroot when you're using coconut flour and almond flour helps to make it a little bit more fluffy with the texture. And I'm also using Bob's Red Mill superfine almond flour. Hi Bob, please sponsor me. Okay, so there's that. And can you DM the recipe? I'm not making it with you. Yeah, nobody's making banana bread at this hour. So this is going to go up on my new YouTube channel, Just Add Heather, which we created today, Just Add Heather. And so when we're done here, this recipe will be up there, and I will put the text up so you can make it. And I hope you make it. I hope we all make it. I know we will. So that is 1 teaspoon vanilla, 1/4 cup coconut oil, 1/4 cup maple syrup, 3 bananas, 3 eggs. And now we're going to put together the dry ingredients in a separate bowl. Wouldn't it be cool if I had the magical thing all ready to go like they do in cooking shows? Would that be cool? I don't know. So 2.5 cups of almond flour, 1/2 cup of arrowroot flour. And no comment. And you know that since I'm not at my, oops, that was a little bit more than a cup. We'll call that 1 1/4 cups. There it is. My regular job, hosting the show and performing at Berber, and I am missing my family and friends over there so much. Hey, this is a different color than that other one. Super fine. It's also the same. So 2.5 cups. I decided to go ahead and put on my showgirl shoes tonight instead, just to have that little extra spirit, and just to, you know, pull out the stage character in me. Hi, Gloria. And so we have 2 cups in here, a little extra because I poured a little extra. So an extra. There's our almond flour, 2.5 cups. You could use 3 cups of almond flour. I am just being crazy in heatherizing this because I know the texture will be better by adding 1/2 cup of arrowroot to the recipe. So 1/2 cup arrowroot, which is a starch, but it does a really nice thing when it's blended in a recipe like this. It's 2.5 cups. And then for the leavening, 1 teaspoon baking soda. 1 teaspoon baking soda. Hold on a second. Cheers. Hi, honey. Hi, honey. I'm home. 1 teaspoon baking soda. It's a tablespoon. 1 teaspoon. Oh, I don't want to use my little vintage apron. Soda. Yes. There's some soda in the house that hasn't been used for slime. 1 teaspoon soda and 1 teaspoon baking powder. That's easy to remember, right? 1 teaspoon soda, 1 teaspoon baking powder. 3 cups almond flour, or 2.5 cups, with a little extra. And then 1/4 teaspoon salt. 1/4 teaspoon salt. So now that there are very limited restaurants that are open, those of you who don't love to cook, this is a 1/2 teaspoon, so I'm just going to make 1/2 of 1/2, and that'll be 1/4. There we go. How are you loving cooking all the time? I mean, I know you love to cook, right? So now you have to cook. And baking soda, baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon salt. We already did the flour. Cinnamon. And let's make it spicy. This is 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Have you done something like that? Make some baked goods that are so delicious, so Martha Stewart, and this is even extra, and drop them off at your neighbor's house. is such a suburban delight. All right, so here's our dry ingredients. And almond flour sometimes clumps up, and so does arrowroot, so I'm just gonna you can run it through a sifter, but I'm gonna just hit it with the, what do we call this thing? Oh, a whisk, right. It's a whisk, hold on a second. Oh my gosh, making banana bread and having tequila at the same time. I've never done this before. I'm doing it with you. And it's so good. God, that's good. I can taste the cucumber mostly. I barely taste the kaffir lime. I wish I had more kaffir lime in there. You could actually take the kaffir lime itself and grate the rind. That would be amazing. All right, so this is good. And I forgot to do the most important thing before this. Oh my gosh. Preheat the oven. Always first, preheat the oven. To 350. And hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? This is really Radio Jeopardy here today. Before you even do anything, you have to preheat the oven. And I was so excited to make the cocktail, I didn't preheat the oven. And you have to get your pans ready with parchment paper and some coconut oil. Magical assistant, could you please put a little coconut oil? Put a little sugar in my bowl. Parchment paper, if you don't have any parchment paper, then you can use coconut oil, and you could flour it, meaning just, rub it with coconut oil, put a little bit of, we're not using gluten, you could use gluten-free flour, you could, what are we doing? We're doing almond flour, so what could you use in there? It would have to be gluten-free flour, so maybe just try coconut oil if you don't have gluten-free flour. Thanks, I needed this melted. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. Thank you so very much. All right. That's for my buddy Dave, who's hopefully watching. From Vermont. Give it back. Give it back to you. Okay. Hopefully Stephanie and Dave are watching. Stephanie and Dave, are you guys still watching? Did I lose ya? I got the best today. I got a phone call from my favorite bestie who does not do social media. And I told him I was going live, and hopefully he's watching and drinking. I know I can count on you. You probably are. You probably are drinking. You probably all are drinking. Are you guys drinking? I don't know. Doing something. Because staying inside for 2 weeks is, you could be meditating. I know you could be meditating, and I'm playing guitar a lot and singing a lot and been exercising a lot also. And I'm thinking about new ways to make money in the future. And I wonder if you guys are all thinking about that as well. Yeah, I know, my New Yorker. That's because maybe Dave is watching. That's right. There's a lot of characters in here. I've been logging in some of the great characters in my life. I love characters. And I love all kinds of people, but there's a few that have really stuck with me. And I love learning accents and learning people's crazy ways. So here we go. 2 pans. And I need that oil. You got that oil, babe? Pass it on over. I don't need all, just a tiny. Any more cocktails and I could go into depth about all the purposes of coconut oil. Okay, but it's not that kind of show. So, just a tiny bit of coconut oil in here to make sure that this parchment stays down and to grease the sides so that this sucker pops right out, and you can pass it on in case you're delivering lovely loaves of banana bread to your friends and neighbors out there. Friends and neighbors, because now's the time that we need to come together right now over me. Told you, songs just come out of my head like that. I don't know. I'm waiting. I know you're waiting on that Depeche Mode, and I'm going to do it. Just hang in there with me. All right, so we greased our pan. We're all greased up. We're ready to go. I've made a huge mess here. And I'm going to take another sip. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers to my magical assistant. Actually, can you toast me on camera? Can we do that? I know you guys all know who my magical assistant is, so let's get a toast. And bring it in. Bring it in. All right. Setting this up in the kitchen, putting cameras and things in here has been quite a task. So we're learning. We just started figuring this out. We're learning as we go, as we all are, adapting, adjusting, figuring out our strengths. And this thing keeps going wacky here. Hold on a second. I love reading the comments. As we're adapting and adjusting and finding our strengths, I've discovered that technology is not my strength, but I'm going to have to learn it. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, I think I may have to get a computer. Oh my God. I will have to learn to use a computer, and I will have to learn to edit. Oh my Lord. Because, you know, us entertainers and performers, who knows what the future holds. And I hope that people come out in droves to see live music and performance art when this is all over, and support all of your local performers when we can finally convene again. Lana says, cheers, Heather. Are you having a cocktail too? Or some libation of some sort? I hope so. I'm looking for you to second that. All right, so we have, the batter is mixed. It's ready to go. And I'm going to split it in half because the kids don't like walnuts. I love walnuts. They like chocolate chips. So how do we do that? How do we do that? Do we put it in the pan and add it later? This is a good question. I didn't think about this in advance. You know what? Let's just add chocolate chips to the whole thing. Doesn't that sound good? I like to use this Enjoy Life, because it says enjoy life, but also because they are dairy-free, gluten-free, everything free, but they're really actually quite delicious, and they're mini chocolate chips. So in this recipe, it's going to make 2 loaf pans, and I'm just going to load it up with chocolate chips. This is about 3/4 cup. You probably would use a 1/2 cup. I'm going big. I'm going huge. I'm going big. Hold on a second here. Cheers. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. It's looking good. It's looking like dessert. Now, you could throw this into muffin cups too if you want to make muffins. And this is the sexy batter. And I really love walnuts in my banana bread. The kids hate walnuts. So I'm going to make the larger loaf pan for the kids because their happiness is our happiness. And then I'm going to do the adult loaf. So that's about half. Oh, I have never done baking and drinking at the same time. It's so good. I highly advise. Unless you have to chop a lot of things, in which case it could be bad. I don't have my signature little towel action here. Here we go. And Stephanie Williamson is watching. Hi, Stephanie! I haven't met you in person, but I really hope you'll come back to the Bay Area when you can come back to the Bay Area. And I am so looking forward to meeting you in person. Like, I can't wait. I'm so happy that you're here tonight to hang out. I was like, we're hanging out. We're totally hanging out. We're here. Yay. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Hey. And these are my friends up in Vermont watching and weathering the storm outside of New York City. God bless to all of you there in New York City. I used to live in New York City from 1991 to 2000. And I was there for the blizzard of '96. But I can't imagine what it's like right now. Scary. Yay. Yay, Bay Area. And so here is our walnut loaf. Walnut chocolate chip, two of the better worlds. Nutty and chocolatey. I'm nutty. So nutty. So nutty. Are you getting tired of me, magical assistant? Yep. Okay, lucky me. Alright, so we have these two sexy loaves here. And I just heard the oven tell me that it's time to put it in. And so I will. Now these guys are going to go in here for about 45 to 50 minutes, but I'm going to watch them. Turn the light on, and I'm going to put them on. No, is that the right one to do? Minutes. 45. I would set it at 45, and then check it. Stab it with a toothpick or a knife, and see if it comes out clean. Hey, Aaron Bailey, your buddy from college, I wish I could see that, is from Galveston, Texas? Holy smokes, they're in Texas. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that you left Santa Cruz. I never wanted to leave Santa Cruz. I still want to go back to Santa Cruz. I think about it all the time. Is there any possible way to live in Santa Cruz and have a job? Live in Santa Cruz. My parents live in Santa Cruz. I wish you guys hung out before you left Santa Cruz. Oh, I'm so happy you're watching. So you might get a kick that my friend has asked me to sing Depeche Mode. And now that we've made that, and I'm going to have a little bit more of our cocktail. And for you, Serby. And I'm supposed to play this on guitar, actually, and I did kind of learn it, but I'm afraid that I'm going to twang it out today. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my arms. Words are very unnecessary, they can only do harm. Right? So, I got the whole version for you. I got the whole version. She's all, yay. Oh my God. My absolute dearest and best buddy here in Moraga loves Depeche Mode, like more than any band of all time, just so deeply. And yes, thank you. I want to think of the rest of the words, but I'm 2 cocktails in, babe. So I'm almost at the point where it's time for the improv jam. Is it time for the improv jam? It might be time for the improv jam. I'm scared who's watching for the improv jam. Your hair is looking really, really freaking fantastic, magical assistant. Well, it's got to be the improv jam. Because that's what we do. That's what we do here. Those improv kitchen jams. Let's see who's out there. Ken says he's a talent scout. Well, I finally took those janky ass nails off that I had on. Hopefully I can play you a decent song now that I got those nails off. me a look like I totally suck. Hey Grayson, do you want to come on camera? Just for a minute? No? Okay. They think I suck. On my sorry sides of yesterday and the way we said goodbye, I got no time to undo. No regretful, no broken heart songs today. I wish my friend Shredder could tune in right now and we could have an impromptu jam, or my friend Joyful Raven could, pop on the screen and we can have an impromptu jam. It's my goal to do that, is that we could, think about what we're feeling in the moment and have impromptu jam sessions together when we can't actually be together. And there's so much emotion at this moment, and with all the unknown. It's a radical time to write music, and an incredible time to perform and to share your heart with people, because we're just all so raw. So in the vein of keeping it raw over here, I am going to go do this every other day and show you another recipe and bring you something that's unscripted, not prepared, except for these eyebrows, and impromptu jams from my heart, so that we can hopefully still stay together, and I can give you something that you might find interesting, is my hope. And in the meantime, I'm sending you all love from the bottom of my heart. I can't give you anything but love, baby. That's the only thing I've plenty of, baby. I'm sorry, that song always sticks in my head. I always feel like that song resonates so much. And at the end of the first act and all of the Berber shows, I miss my crew so much, I would sing, I want more and more and then some. You know how I love that stuff. Oh, from now till doomsday. But I never get enough. That's right. I'll never get enough. Until the next time. I hope to see you all again here soon. And if you feel so inclined, please subscribe to, this sounds so cheesy, it feels terrible, but good, but bad, but good. We created a new YouTube channel where all these videos will live, and we will add some more, doing that, called Keeping It, no, it's not called Keeping It Raw with Humboldt Heather. That was a really good one. Just Add Heather on YouTube. Just Add Heather is my new channel. And love to you too. And we'll see you soon. Till the next time. Banana bread. Cocktails. Burp! I can't even turn it. I don't know how to do it. Until the next time. It's good to see you. And my love to you, Davey and Stephanie, for being with me tonight. And I really hope to see you guys in person sometime soon out here in the Bay Area. How do I turn this off? I turn it off? Finish. Oh, I see the button.